Seems to work. I've got in my hands today Coach Lockey's putter. He's been struggling with his putting recently, and I actually said to him when we were in France that I'd like to have a go at his putting. I think he could putt better. Got my Sam Putt Lab just come, which is going to measure how a putter moves. It gives us a real kind of in-depth look at what a player is doing with their putter delivery. And I've got Matt on it, and we're going to show you some stats. And we've had a little bit of a chat about trying to fix his putter. Definitely that one seems to work, so it must be him. Let's get stuck in. So let's take a look at Matt's numbers here, or his delivery with his putter as he's putting at the moment. Aims the putter very well at address. He always thought he didn't. You can see it's averaging 0.0. Basically very small tolerances there, you can see in the numbers that he's delivering or putting that putter down behind the ball. So he's aiming it very well at the target. This is the big one. Look at the deviation here in his face angle. So it tends to be a little bit left, but he can go up to 2.25 degrees left, as well as get some zero. So massive deviation for a pretty skilled golfer. That would worry me, having that amount of change in a stroke, which is something I've been seeing in the putting vlogs, where he just can miss a putt by quite a lot, which is why led me to say I wanted to have a look and try and change some of the things he does. If we look at his stroke, he has this tendency to go left, ball position forward, often does that. Strike point a little bit out the toe, which is similar as well to what I do. You'll see lots of good players doing that. It's interesting. His closing rate down at the bottom was pretty even, so 2.9 to 2.1. It was just quite big, so I keep my closing rate down at the bottom there, 10 centimeters either side of the ball. Much more down in the 1 degrees either side of the ball, so he's getting up near 3 degrees either side. And for someone with big deviation, like we said at the start, of what face angle he can deliver, it just worries me a little bit. So let's show you what we did to his stroke to try and change these numbers.
First of all, we changed the grip to a prayer grip, which felt a little uncomfortable, but the more you do it, the better it gets. Yeah, absolutely. Where before you were not even using reverse overlap, you were almost doing my standard grip. Variation on, on a standard grip. Just my standard grip that I do, so prayer grip was one of the major things we changed. I also went a little bit more upright with my shaft and
which
wider
the prayer
stance.
grip encourages, doesn't it?
Yeah. And they were the 3 things that I changed.
Okay, and then we're also maybe thinking at some point of getting a fatter grip on there, because the prayer grip feels better to you, does to me, when you've got, because your grip's tiny, so there's not even much room for you to get your prayer grip on the club, was
Correct,
there? Excellent.
Last thing though was I wasn't too sure about my aiming before the whole process started. So once we measured my original standard stroke and I saw my aim was right, then I could just stop worrying about that. Once we had changed the prayer grip, it was literally like trying to get my face to line up with my path a bit more consistently, and that's what the grip done. So
well, let's have a look at the numbers and show them exactly how it's changed. So Matt's data, once we changed that setup, that grip, standing more upright, wider stance, the aim didn't really change. Still very good aim at the beginning, which was good. Wouldn't want to lose that. And I look at face to impact now. The deviation is minuscule. He's 0 with all 5 putts, 0.05, 0.43. You know, it's much more consistent on delivery, which I think for Matt will give him much more confidence to pick his line, aim at that line which he knows he can do, and then hit it there. He was saying quite a lot recently that he just doesn't feel like he's starting it on line. With the amount of deviation he was getting in his putter delivery, definitely some of them were not starting anywhere near on line. Now with this, I think he's going to start them more on line. Be interesting to see if he can hold them or hold any more putts, because obviously he's still got to get the pace right. He's still got to pick the right line, but I think he'll have a better chance now of starting them on the line he picks. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Periscope, all the normal social places. Also, come and visit my new website, markcrossfieldgolf.com. See you over there.